Call to order the Bryant Planning Commission meeting of December 8th, 2025. Please call the roll.
Speed.
Here.
Edwards.
Here.
Irwin.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Thompson.
Here.
Hooten. Here. Staton is absent. Penfield.
Here. All right, we do have a quorum. You had minutes in your packet from the November 13th Planning Commission meeting.
Move that to be approved.
Second. A motion and second for approval. Any discussion or correction? All in favor signify by aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, Ms. Hooten is going to read our DRC report for the record.
Okay, Meadow Lake Phase 3 replat, storm sewer detention basin tract, Zane Robbins requesting recommendation for approval of the replat, and that was recommended. 6128 Highway 5 site plan, lot 22R, Marketplace 2 subdivision Phase 3. Hope Consulting requesting recommendation for site plan approval, which was recommended, contingent upon remaining comments being addressed. 2525 Birch Street, conditional use permit. Mako Builders requesting recommendation for approval of conditional use permit for a duplex in RM zoning. There was no recommendation on that one. 6717 Lombard Road, conditional use permit. Paul Kingsolver requesting recommendation for approval of conditional use permit for a short-term rental. That was recommended. 12 Paisley Park, minor modification from Midtown Code. HD Homes requesting minor modification from Midtown Code on a sidewalk location. That was approved, contingent upon verification from the city engineer on design of the crossing. Progressive Tractor and Implement Company, 22576 I-30 for a sign permit. That was approved. Senor Tequila, 2919 Reynolds Road, site plan addition, requesting site plan approval for a new accessory structure. That was approved, contingent upon working out details on the commercial design standards for facade of the structure. The Local Tavern, 3429 Marketplace Avenue, Suite A, sign permit was approved. Enjoy Shawarma, 5311 Highway 5, Suite 206, sign permit was approved. Gassie's Fuel Station, 6101 Highway 5, sign permit also approved. The Shops at Dogwood Springs, Phase 1 at 4707 Bryant Parkway. Richardson Engineering requesting site plan approval, which was approved also, contingent upon remaining comments being addressed. And last but not least, Honey Bay Can, 3213 Main Street, Suite 2, sign permit was approved.
All right, thank you, Andrea. I'm going to back up. I think I messed up last month too. We're on announcements. First announcement I have is congratulations to Colton Leonard, our new planning director.
Mr. Colton now.
Mr. Colton.
He won't be Bryant anymore, really.
Any speech you have, Colton, or
I didn't prepare anything. Thank you guys, though. Appreciate that.
Mayor?
I'm very excited.
Thank you. We are too.
He's done an outstanding job. He's been real patient, working hard as a system and interim, and very excited to have him run the show.
That's great.
Thank you for doing that. Any other announcements from staff?
The only thing I was going to announce was that last week, Commissioner Penfield did create a, get the wording right here, nominating committee for the 2026 Chair and Vice Chair of Planning Commission. Send an email to me to create that. Reached out to those that are on the committee. At the very end of this agenda, we'll actually have a nominating committee report for the election of the Chair and Vice Chair and the vote on that.
Okay, thank you. We will move on through our agenda tonight. We are going to open a public hearing, and our first item of the public hearing will be item 14 on your agenda, 2525 Birch Street, a conditional use permit. Mako Builders requesting approval of CUP for duplex in an RM zone. Tell us what's happening. Not speaking up. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, so this is a conditional use permit. Pulled up on the map for you guys. You can see the location. over off of Birch Street, which is located off Spring Hill Road. Sorry. This property right here, the third house, or third property there on the left, on Birch Street, near Spring Hill Road. And what they're doing is they're asking for a conditional use permit for a duplex in the RM zoning. As you know, the RM zoning allows for a duplex, but as long as you have a conditional use permit first before that's done. Previously in the RX zoning, which was changed years ago, that was allowed by right. So once the RX and RM was combined, that's when the conditional use permit was put in place for that duplex instead. They have met the requirements for the public hearing. There was no recommendation from DRC, but the recommendation from Planning Department was to approve based on the completed application.
Okay, is the applicant here? Okay. Any questions of Colton from the commission right now?
Colton, there's no sewer on that side of the road, or how are they getting sewer? Is they going to use an existing septic, or?
From what I understand, yes. Their plan is to use the existing septic that's over there. They'd have to provide us the letter.
That has to be approved
County.
by the,
Yes.
or reapproved? You can come up
Yeah.
and
Well,
be
sorry,
back.
my first time ever one of these.
Oh, no, please come up.
Okay, sorry.
And state your name and address and sign in, please. Or,
Name's Steve Lucas, Mako Builders, address 309 Abrielle Lane in Benton, Arkansas. As it pertains to the septic, that was a pretty old structure that had been a total loss to fire that we have demoed successfully. It's completely cleared, site's cleared. In doing the demolition and site prep, we discovered the septic tank, which was of no use to this structure. So we are, that's been removed as well, and we will be designing with a septic tank and septic installer, you know, a system.
Getting state approval
The state approval right through the.
for the duplex. How many bedrooms? Is it 2 bedrooms each side?
It's three bedroom, 2 bath each side.
Okay. Colton, can you blow it up a little bit, please?
Yes. This would have been the previous structure here on the lot.
So there's no duplexes around there? I think the next street over,
Yes, West Meadow
right there.
to the south.
Yeah, there's 2 duplexes here on
Okay.
West Meadowbrook.
I believe they went underneath the road to the horse main with their system.
Yes, I believe so.
Rather than
That's a
a-
private force main.
Private force main.
And I know there's a few duplexes here on East Meadowbrook as well in that subdivision.
That whole area is unsuited.
Did I read that entrance would not be off Birch Street? Did I read that correctly, or?
I'm not sure if you, that's not our plan. Our plan's dual entrance, one for each unit. It's kind of like a circle drive almost. There's already existing, I don't know if you can really tell from the aerial here, but
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
basically it was a circle drive, and we're just going to prepare that for a really, really larger. On Meadowbrook, they have a similar style. It's just a large piece of concrete for the drive pad, so to speak, but we'll be a little different where we have separate entrances on.
And parking will be in the front and not in the back.
That is
right?
correct. That is correct. For the size of this duplex and what we'll need for the septic system, we're going to need to use pretty much most of that backyard.
but Birch is just a local street, isn't it? Colton?
Yes.
Yeah. Any other questions of the app? Okay, if you don't mind having a seat, we're going to open it up for any public comment. If there's anyone in the public that wishes to speak for or against, or have any questions or concern, please approach the podium. If you don't mind, state your name and address and
Okay.
sign in.
My name is Brenda Kent. I live at 2915 Birch Street. I don't have a problem with this. The only problem I have is the road. Years ago, they repaved the road, and it's really narrow. And if you pass a car, you have to get in the ditch. 2 cars cannot pass. And don't get caught at the end of the road and somebody turning in, because you're either going to have to back up or whatever. And also, we don't have public sewage on our road. So that is the only objection I have, is really the road.
Yeah, but you're not opposed to it being a duplex there?
I'm not opposed to it, no, the traffic.
I think the plan, and we'll ask him again, is to provide dual parking for each unit on the lot, so there wouldn't be any street parking.
And how many apartments is going to be there?
Just two
Just two?
units.
Okay.
It's a duplex.
So it increased the traffic on Birch by approximately 4 vehicles.
Is that counting the loss? Two.
Yeah, because you got to count the loss.
The loss of the one.
I'm just talking what's right here, Bauer. Mr. Colton.
Yes, it's from the state it's in right now,
Yes.
but they have by
From
right.
being undeveloped now, or with the structure removed.
But they have the right, by right, in that zoning to build a single family.
Yes.
So, I mean, you're going to increase by 2.
On average, yes, 2 vehicles per house or
Okay.
per unit.
Thank you for your comment.
Thank you.
You, Brenda.
Anyone else in the public that would like to speak for or against? Yes, sir, you're being recorded, so you have to come to the podium and state your name and address, please.
I'm Mike Kent, I live at 2915 Birch also. Did I hear it right about a short-term rental?
No, not
it's
this.
probably-
There's another item, it's a short,
Okay.
this is just a duplex, which would be single family, it'd be individual, each individual unit would be
Yeah.
occupied by a family.
Okay.
Or a
I need to sign this.
I mean, we got your name. Thank you. Anyone else in the public wishing to make a comment or speak for or against? See nobody making a move, so if the applicant wishes to say anything about any of the comments or any other questions from the commission,
Just how many parking spaces per unit?
if you don't mind, come back up to the podium. Sir.
'Cause I know you can do, used to you had to do 3. I think the rule right now is a little more flexible. It's like 2 per unit, I think. But, what are your intentions?
As wide as this property is and the shallow footprint that we were needed to make this work, considering needing that back space and behind the house or the duplex for septic, the footprint, in my opinion, is wide enough actually for 3 vehicles, and considering that pad that'll be all the way across the front, you should be able to get 2 in the very, very front of the unit and 1 on each side. I had provisions to put in our lease that 2 maximum with the allowance of 1 guest maximum, and there is no parking on the street.
So if we place a condition of having two spots for each unit on site, you would be okay with that?
That was my initial plan.
I think, but you're talking about 3 per unit now.
I think that it could work with the 2 we had already planned, and then on the side, which one, opposite ends of the
Yeah.
duplex, to be able to fit another vehicle.
Well,
It's a pretty wide footprint.
my experience for your own, because I have a lot of duplexes, the ones that only have 2 spots is where I run into problems with people parking in the street, grass. When I have 3 per unit, there's plenty of parking. People aren't forced into the grass, mess your yard up, and park in the streets. I would recommend you do 3 per unit.
And I think
And you've got the width, I'm sure. It takes about 54 feet.
okay, and I would agree with that, considering the setbacks. Also, we can just go from setback to setback with concrete and should.
How wide's the lot? You can go past your setback, your side setbacks.
It's 100 feet, aren't they 50-foot lots, and there's 2 of them?
I think it's 100 by 2,
I think they're.
forgive me, sorry, I thought I had this.
100 by 140.
So you need about 27 feet wide per unit.
100 by 104.
140.
140.
You sure don't want to park on the street based on their, no, I think 3 per unit would be adequate, and you have plenty of space. You need them about 9 foot wide per space, so it's 54 feet.
Yes, sir, and again, that's what I thought in the beginning too, the 2+1 deal, to give them.
I think for your own benefit.
Sure.
From the complaint standpoint, from tenants, from neighbors.
Make that happen.
Yeah.
We can't make you widen the road.
Sure.
Need to look at a way to keep them from parking on the street.
Right.
And so this is called a conditional use hearing, so we're going to vote with a condition of having 3 parking spaces per unit.
Okay,
So that would be a total of 6 spaces.
understood.
And 9 feet wide each.
Yeah.
9 feet.
And the depth obviously deep enough for a vehicle not to stick out.
Write that down, 9 foot wide.
We will have the depth for that.
Yeah, well, you could do 2 27-foot, you're wide enough, you could do 2 27-foot sections.
Which would suffice the,
And then leave a grassy area in the middle, which that's what I would recommend.
okay, thank you.
Just be for your own benefit.
Yeah.
I mean, and separation is always better.
Yep.
Got that, Rebecca?
Okay, any other questions or comments from that? Okay, our vote will be to approve, a yes vote will be to approve for a duplex, a conditional use permit for a duplex with a condition of 3 parking spaces per unit. Any questions? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Johnson,
Yes.
Edwards,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Staton is absent, Irwin,
Yes.
Speed,
Yes.
Hooten,
Yes.
Penfield.
Yes. Okay, passed. Item 15 tonight of our public hearing be 6717 Lombard Road, a conditional use permit, Paul Kingsolver requesting approval for a CUP for a short-term rental. I'll let Mr. Leonard, Mr. Colton here go through, his report, and then you can stand there.
Okay.
Listen to him.
This is 6717 Lombard Road. It's a conditional use permit application for a short-term rental. According to our code, short-term rentals are allowed in any residential zone, as long as you have a conditional use permit first, and then also meet the other short-term rental requirements that we have in our zoning code. The short-term rental would be located in a detached accessory dwelling on the property. It's actually this little building right here is where that'd be located. Did verify, I checked that the owners do have permanent residence on the property through the verification of the homestead tax credit, according to the code. And then the only thing that I have in here is for a condition of being, that in order to keep track of the rental time limitations, the request of the planning department is that a condition be put in place that will require the applicant at the time of business license renewal each year to provide a report of the dates from the last year in which the home was utilized as a short-term rental. And that's according to the section D under short-term rental units in our code.
Okay,
But
Colton.
other than that, recommendations from DRC and planning is approved.
All right. Mr. Kingsolver, you have anything to add to that?
No, do you have any questions for me?
Do you have any problems with the reporting condition that we would put on? Did you understand what he read?
Kind of, if you want to,
I mean, you have to acquire a business license every year to stay in, to keep it moving in business with the short-term rental. And there'd be a requirement at the time of renewing that business license to provide a report that just shows the number of nights, and I think it has the occupant info on it.
Yes, so it's the rental time limitation, short-term rental use shall be limited to no more than 120 days per year, and no more than 30 days consecutively, no more than once per day. So it's, you could do a short-term rental on it for 120 days of the year, and then for the remainder, you could do a long-term, so more than 30 days, but only 120 of the actual short-term.
okay, well, that shouldn't be a problem. Everybody that do the Airbnb through, come in for one day. They're all, 99% of the business that we have is people traveling through Arkansas and just want a place to stay the night, get up, and then they go on their way. East Coast to West Coast, it's like that. I haven't had anybody stay more than 2 days.
Okay. All right.
And as you can see, my property is probably about 100 yards back from the road, and so parking is never an issue.
Okay. Any questions of the applicant? Okay, if you don't mind having a seat, we'll see if there's any public comment and go from there. Anyone in the audience here to speak for or against or have a question regarding this conditional use for a short-term rental? Ask one more time. Kazi? No? All right, seeing none, we will have a roll call vote.
Spade,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Staton is absent. Hooten,
Yes.
Edwards,
Yes.
Irwin,
Yes.
Penfield.
Yes. Okay, it passed. Thank you, sir. I would entertain a motion.
Entertain a motion to close the public hearing?
Second.
A motion second. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we will move on with our normal planning commission meeting. We have no old business. Our new business tonight begins with item 16, Meadow Lake Phase 3 replat of a large stormwater detention basin tract. Zane Robbins requesting approval for a replat. Colton, enlighten us.
Yep, so this is an old tract that's platted as part of Meadow Lake Phase 3. It was platted as Storm Sewer Detention Basin Tract. That was the actual name of it. The planning commission will be voting to approve the removal of the tract from the subdivision as a detention basin, and also the replat of the basin into 2 lots. But both of the lots meet the size requirements and the setbacks for the R1S subdivision size. I realize I'd sent, or on the report, some of that information is incorrect under site conditions. So that's Shadow Creek Drive and Raymore Road would be your nearby roads. Water and sewer is on site, and then it would create 2 lots. So you could estimate that it would be 4 vehicles total that would be added to this subdivision. Recommendation from DRC and planning is to approve. I did have 2 just minor comments I caught today while doing the report. One of them was for the lot numbers. So they did put the new lot numbers on there, but I was just going to add an R to the end of the number so we could indicate that they were replatted. And then the only other thing was that the replat fee just needs to be paid before we file.
Okay.
Now, you're saying this used to be the detention track?
We just labeled it.
That's
as a
correct.
detention tract.
I'm going to go ahead and respond to that, if that's okay. This was a deal that was brokered, I think, with the current property owner. If you'll notice, that piece of property has a lift station on it. And that property is owned by basically the original property owner that would get switched to a POA. And so now that, whenever we do that, that leaves our lift stations in jeopardy. So part of the broker deal is that the lift station property would be transferred to the city so that that wouldn't happen. We're also, as a part of this property transfer, is we're receiving Meadow Lake itself, which is owned by the POA, or actually from the original property owners. Once again, when things like that happen, taxes go delinquent, and then they end up in a purchase. In that particular neighborhood, they have flooding issues along the section above on the north side of North Lake. So that will leave us the opportunity to actually fix a flooding problem within the neighborhood instead of what's at the back of the neighborhood that, as part of being a detention basin, it was never used. It was always discharged directly to the creek. So that gives the city an opportunity to come in and fix another problem that's of the neighborhood.
So you said there's a lift station there now?
There's a lift station there now
Right there.
at the back of it that is on non-city property.
So,
That
did they name that a tract?
Right.
I didn't, is that?
It's just, it says pump station on there. If we want to name it
Probably need to identify.
lift station track, maybe.
Yeah.
That might be, well, this one is labeled stormwater tract. Because that's where that stormwater detention, or the piping, I guess, goes
And
through.
we would need that to remain within the city too,
Yeah.
so that we could access and maintain
Yeah,
it.
I think both of those, I think our requirement was they were going to convey title to both of those with the lake to the city.
Along with the lake
Yeah.
itself. I will point out that currently, there's signage there that says that the lake belongs to the neighborhood. That will become officially a city park, and I believe the parks are pretty happy to have it.
Well, great.
Good.
Just another park, huh?
Just another park.
They fish in that, don't they? I
They
mean,
do, there's fishing.
Right?
And ducks, and ducks.
Now, is that part of the Guyer Springs property that got switched?
No, but it abuts the Garrett Springs property immediately to the west, that's all of that. In fact, the Garrett Springs property, it has the edge of the pond.
Right.
Right there.
There's the,
It,
kind of see the property line right there.
Because I thought they, former owners, developers gave that switch to the Guyer Springs, that whole property.
no, sir.
Nope.
No. That pond has always been a part of the ownership of that development.
Okay.
That way.
So that lift station actually already belongs, that's city of
The
Bryant.
city maintains it.
Okay.
But they do not own the property it sets on, which.
Gotcha.
Typically, unbelievably, there's quite a few of those, but anytime we come across these where we can transfer title, we take it up. because-
Absolutely.
Yeah, the funny story is, we actually had somebody that claimed and bought out of probate a lift station.
Yeah.
Proceeded to change the locks on it,
Oh,
and said that he owns the lift station and wanted to charge the city for it.
Yep.
Gosh.
Wow.
There's crazy people out
Never
there.
Mr. Heather, thank you for your comments.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Mr. Robbins, do you mind coming forward? Lane's here to represent, as the surveyor, the replat. Any questions of
Everything.
Mr. Zane Robbins?
And just to comment on what, when this particular phase was platted, that pump station was actually called a pump station track, so it's already platted.
Yeah.
So we didn't touch that, that's why I added on there.
Did you hear his comments, Colton's comments about adding an R
Yes,
to
sir.
each lot, and then naming the pump station tract? I guess you'd call it pump station up there.
Where are those setbacks at?
EMS tract.
There was a setback issue when I looked at that before, so I can't see it from.
They are correct, it's 20-foot front with an 8-foot side.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's R1S setbacks.
okay.
And then he did add the easements on there as well, 10-foot front easements and then a 5-foot side.
All right. Any other questions of Mr. Robbins? We'll have a roll call vote, which will be conditioned on him providing a new copy with the corrections to Colton.
Edwards,
Yes.
Hooten,
Yes.
Irwin,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Patton is absent. Speed.
Yes.
Canfield.
Yes. Thank you, Zane. Item 18 on our agenda tonight. Oh, I'm sorry, 17. Man, I'm bouncing all over.
Come on, let's get with it.
17 of new business tonight, 6128 Highway 5 Site Plan, Lot 22R of Marketplace 2 Subdivision, Phase 3. Hope Consulting, it's Kazi with Hope is here, requesting a site plan approval.
So this one's pretty straightforward. It's just a lot within a commercial subdivision. They're developing it out with a little shopping center. The building will be approximately 11,000 square foot in size, with 41 parking spaces for it. They do meet the landscaping requirement there. And it's just a very simple site plan. It's recommended to be approved by GRC and planning. They did provide a new rendering for the elevations. Pull it up.
You can come on up, Kazi.
I didn't verify that the percentages are exactly correct, just eyeballing it, it looked like it did meet it, as far as the percentages go of metal and glazing, but we can double check that before we issue the building.
Building permit. Any approval would be subject to it.
Anyway.
They're not asking for a,
Is it the same facade look as the other buildings that are out there, basically?
Pretty much, yeah. It's gonna be kind of modern looking.
Mhm.
that rendering doesn't do it justice, I'm sure.
No, it don't.
Any questions of Mr. Kazi here?
So this is Kazi, so with Hope Consulting, so if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer those questions.
Where's Jonathan?
Ah, you know
I'm-
that. He's invented.
Yeah. Any questions? All right, you got off easy, I guess. We'll have a roll call vote, no
If
continued.
Jonathan was here, we'd ask him all these questions.
We're in a hard time.
Hard time.
Yeah.
Probably I need to tell him not to come and.
All right, let's roll.
Speed,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Edwards,
Yes.
Hooten,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Chapman's absent. Irwin,
Yes.
Penfield.
Yes. All right, thank you, Kazi. Item 26, I'm sorry, 18 on our agenda under new business is the 2026 development meeting calendar. Colton,
Really skipping ahead on that one.
please present us with our new calendar, and I know he's readjusted for deer season.
So there are a couple dates highlighted on the proposed calendar that I included in your packet. November 9th and November 16th. And then December 31st. So the November 9th would, I think that would have been the original date of the planning commission. Let me pull my calendar as well real quick.
And if we approve, whatever dates we approve, you will share a calendar, it'll,
Correct.
You'll get it to
I'll
us.
share you guys a calendar so you can download it once we have all those finalized. And November 9th would have been the actual date of the planning commission. I'm proposing moving it to the 16th instead, with that submission deadline for planning commission being the 9th. That way we can go ahead and get that published on the 9th and have the meeting on the 16th, which would be the third Monday in November. I think we don't have any meetings on that third Monday.
November?
Yes.
Yeah, not on the public works.
Okay. I didn't believe so. I figured that day was open, based on looking at the calendar. And then December 31st, and that's New Year's Eve. It's going to be on
Oh,
a Thursday this year.
Yeah.
Next year. This year, it's actually on a Wednesday. And I'm actually going to try to move it to the following Monday coming up. I'm going to reach out to our committee and ask to do that, just because it's a weird day and right in the middle of the holidays. So I'm looking at moving that date as well for next year, December 31st. Let's see. I didn't have a date in mind specifically, unless we moved it to that Monday the 4th, which would also be the deadline for the planning commission agenda on the 11th. Or planning commission meeting on the 11th. Do you have any thoughts?
What are you gonna do with the leap day?
Leap day? Is that next year?
we're gonna meet.
We got a meeting on that day.
Always somebody funny in it. Always.
So this is your recommendation?
Yes.
Any probable?
Yeah, so definitely my recommendation is to move the 9th and 16th, and then the 31st is to find a different day for that one, contingent
Are you sure, Colton?
the other meeting dates.
Don't make us meet on the 31st.
No.
Are you sure?
Trouble.
I believe so.
Okay.
As long as there's nothing else that y'all saw in there that I missed.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'd entertain a motion with Colton's adjustments on those two dates.
Motion.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a second to recommend approval of our calendar, subject to him changing the two dates, and he'll share the calendar with us. All in favor signify by aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, we have that. Item 19 on our agenda tonight under new business, nominating committee report. I know Mr. Irwin and Mr. Speed are two of the three members. Mr. Staton bailed on you. So it's gonna be ugly. I don't know who the chairman of the committee is, but one of them. So whoever's prepared with a report.
It's 10 pages long.
Okay.
we would like to request the planning commission approve Lance and Ms. Hutton to do the same thing next year as they did this year. Very proud of what y'all have done. And if y'all have any issues, that take it up with Joe. I'm just a mouthpiece.
All right, so
We said
I
stop.
make a motion to,
status quo, so your motion, you made a motion, there would need to be a second.
Second?
We have a motion and a second from the nominating committee to approve Lance Penfield as chairman
Yep.
for his third and last year, and Andrea Hooten, part of the bylaws, and Andrea Hooten as the vice chair. Any discussion?
it was a tough decision.
Yep.
All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Thank y'all
Thank
for the
you.
report. Thank you for the, item 20, recognition of a commissioner, Jim Irwin. We have one small comment before I get into a 10-page report I want to read. Is there's no budget for this item, Jim. I mean, I've been arguing for like 26 years to have a budget, and they always tell me there's no budget. So we're the only department in the city that has no funds, but we're paying Colton for.
Mr. Colton.
And they said when I leave, they'll probably give us a raise.
Sure.
You know, if y'all want to fire me, you'll probably get a raise. Every mayor that they have.
We spend more time doing the W-2s than the money we make. My wife says, is that all you get?
With that said, I've had a great time being here. I'm not going anywhere. It would be very difficult for me to remember everything I needed to say, so I typed something out.
You speak first.
For the record. I'm going to go first, if that's okay. And it's dated December 8, 2025. Fellow commissioners, tonight we gather not only to conduct the important business of our community, but also to recognize someone whose dedication, integrity, and steady leadership have helped shape our city in lasting ways. It is my honor to speak about Jim Irwin, who is retiring from our Planning Commission after 16 years of service. While we often talk about roads, zoning, growth plans, ordinances, the truth is that the heart of planning is people. People who care deeply about the future of their community. And few have embodied that more than Jim. Throughout his time on the commission, Jim has been a voice of reason, a champion for thoughtful development, an unwavering advocate for balance, for honoring our past while planning wisely for our future. He brought not only experience and knowledge, but also a calm presence, a willingness to listen, and a genuine respect for every viewpoint at the table. Whether it was a DRC meeting, long DRC meetings, or long Planning Commission meetings that required patience and diplomacy, he always approached our work with fairness and professionalism. What many may not see is the amount of time, preparation, and care that goes into being an effective planning commissioner. The staff reports, the comments, the maps, the public hearings, not to mention the business, developer, builder, and resident input. None of this is simple. Jim embraced this responsibility with a sense of purpose and pride, always focused on doing what was best for our community as a whole. As Jim Irwin retires from the commission, we want to express our deepest gratitude. The decisions made during his 16-year tenure will continue to guide this city for years, perhaps even generations to come. That is a legacy worth celebrating. Jim, thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your countless hours you've given, the leadership you've shown, and the example you've set, which to me, for sure. You have made a meaningful and lasting difference for our city. On behalf of the Planning Commission, our city, and the entire community, congratulations on your retirement, and we wish you all the best in the next chapter. Please join me in recognizing and honoring Jim for his extraordinary service. Respectfully submitted, Lance Penfield, Chairman of the Bryant Planning Commission, and all the commissioners. I'm supposed to have a check in here, but there's no. Thank you, sir.
Wish you hadn't done that.
I guess they gave me the bill.
At least you spelled my name right. I want to say a few words.
Yes, sir.
I got 10 pages I need to read through. But my wife said it couldn't be longer than 5 minutes. I say, yes, dear. I want to thank you to the city of Bryant for the opportunity to serve as a planning commissioner for Ward 1 of Bryant. During my time as commissioner, I have been able to work under the administrations of 5 different mayors: Ray Mitchell, Jill Dabbs, Alan Scott, Rhonda Sanders, and Chris Treat. I hate to step down. I really do. My wife and I have lived in the same neighborhood and the same house for 30 years this year. While we still love our house and our neighborhood, we are ready to do without the steps, without the stairs at our age. So we'll be soon moving to a house across town to a one-level living. I want to start off by thanking Lance Penfield for being my mentor and showing me the ropes of how the city works. He has helped me. That time has been so valuable to me. I'm so grateful to be part of the planning part of the commission. Many compliments during my time with the planning commission. During this time, the city of Bryant has improved base construction of the city streets, no more street failures. We've been able to complete the Bryant Parkway and enhance many areas of connectivity throughout the city. Sidewalks and street lights are now required in new subdivisions. A walk and bike trail system has been established to enhance walkability. A yard waste pickup program was implemented. We have cleaner air for the citizens of Bryant. With the new burning ordinances, guidelines have been updated. You know, when it's a beautiful day, somebody's burning, and today somebody's burning. The different zoning areas of the city have been updated several times. When I was first appointed to the planning commission, many people asked me what was my intention on being a commissioner. I asked what they meant, and they said if I was planning to run for a city council position or for mayor. I commented that I had no intentions to run for any office because my wife said I couldn't. And I did what she told me to do. I said I just wanted to do what's best for the citizens of Bryant. Once again, thank you to the citizens of Bryant for allowing me to serve all these years as commissioner for Ward 1. End of the story.
Thank you.
See, Lance, if you had not said that, it would have got me emotional. If you'd read it after I finished, it'd been okay.
I want you to have the last word.
I'll miss y'all.
Thank you for your time.
I miss you. I know it's going to be boring because Rick won't have anybody say, roll that picture up so Jim can see it. I'll work for somebody.
I asked for the city credit card, get pizza, and
You think they're going to give you anything? I'll give you Jack. They had to give Coach a raise to get where he's going.
we only got the room for 15 minutes, and they're going to start charging.
Yeah. I appreciate every one of you. I'm still available for whatever the city would like me to do. I'm not dying yet. I got to give my wife a 2-week notice. But it's been a blessing. And y'all know the medical situation I went through. And if it wasn't for the good Lord, my wife. And some great doctors, I wouldn't be here. Amen.
Amen.
He said, I'm not through with you yet, Jim. He said, go harass.
We'll obey.
All right, Jim.
Thank you.
I want you to make the last motion the last time.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
A motion, multiple seconds. All in favor signify by aye.
I want to get a picture of